Hello, I'm Tom from the Tractor Rescue Ranch. My project here now is to get started on getting a roof over this thing, and I am building this building to utilize some wood that I already have. As far as structurally, I've got those I-beams that I've been hanging on to forever. So that's kind of how I'm building, to utilize that, the right sizes and everything. So anyway, here on this off side, right there will be a post. And then that'll be a second post. And that will be a 16-foot span on the offloading things, and then there's another 16-foot span across the center here, and then there's another post hole and another post hole on that with a, well, this one on this side I'm going to go a little bit more than 16. I want to set this mill up so that I can handle a 16-foot log, so on the length. So that's what I'm up to here. This old rocky ground here is going to be really hard to dig, so I'm hoping at this point just to get some holes started. It's dry as could be out here. I'm going to get some holes started, and then I can fill them with water and let them soak up with some moisture overnight, and that'll allow me to go on down. So that's one of my highest priorities right now. I've got a few other parts supposed to be coming in the mail for the mill, and I'm going to keep on working on the mill a little bit. I have to do a little bit of milling, but the first priority is to get a roof over this, because on a typical year in here, it wouldn't be unusual to have snow, 2 to 3 feet of snow in here in a typical winter. So I'm wanting to have this thing covered so I'm not working in knee-deep snow out here in the middle of the winter. I've got the old 4020 John Deere up and running here to run this post hole digger. I wish that 4020 had downward pressure on that 3-point lift, but it just goes down on its own. Not making much progress here on this. This post hole digger does a pretty good job in the spring when the ground's hard if you're not in compact ground, but boy, it ain't doing much now. What I'm gonna do is try to break it up a little bit with this bar, try to get through this hard cap. I knew that was going to be a challenge, getting these holes to drill in this dry, hard packed, rocky ground. I'm just going to try to get all 4 of them to this stage so that they'll hold some water, and then I'll dump some water in them and let them soak. Okay, I got each of them down about a foot. It was a lot of work to get that much done, down a foot. There, and then that end one on the south end was a little bit softer, and I got it down a couple feet pretty easy. So anyway, we'll give these holes overnight to soak that water in, and I will come back tomorrow and let you see the results if the water helped dig that old dry rocky ground. Okay, it's been about 24 hours since the last time I was filming, and I've filled those holes with water I think 3 times now. So we'll see if that helps any, see if I can dig those holes deeper. Moisture makes. Okay, what a difference it makes to have that moisture in the holes. 3 of these holes just drilled out real easy. No effort at all after getting that moisture in them. This one still gave me some trouble, but you can see all these big rocks that come out of this one. That's the reason this one didn't want to go, but I did get this one to depth, so we're in good shape now. Been sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out how to set them posts in there good, working by myself here. So this is the idea that I had. We'll have to see how good it works. Anyway, got to work on the upper half of this. Then I'll just run those forks in there like that. See if I can pick it up and set it down straight into the hole. Well, how was that for working slick? One of my clamps I didn't have tightened quite tight enough, but the other one was plenty good for it. So anyway, from here I'm just gonna pour some concrete down into the hole there. So there'll be a big block of concrete holding it, and level that up. And got my first of the 4 posts in the ground. Making progress. Anyway, no sense in filming repeat of the stuff, so okay, just to update you on what I've gotten accomplished here. I've got all 4 of these front posts set in the ground, and got this one main beam here. These big beams were given to me. They, I think, came out of an old log cabin or something or the other. Anyway, they're good and solid, even though they look very weathered. That big hole must have been some ductwork or something, but what I'm going to do is just take and laminate a piece of plywood and on either side, and glue it and screw it real good. So this is what it's going to look like. I wanted to get it mocked up here so that I knew I had complete clearance on everything I need, and try to visualize it. I'm a real visual thinker, and so it's a lot easier to start seeing what's in my mind come to fruition once it starts piecing together. Anyway, I'm thinking it's looking really nice. What I'm going to do here, right here, I've got some big pieces of heavy, well, it's not heavy steel, it's light steel, probably like 1/8 inches, and so I'll put a strip all the way up on all 3 pieces and drill into it so that it's all tied together there real good. So that's how she's looking at this point. Things are coming together. This building process will be pretty quick when I get to putting things together instead of trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. I think this is going to work out just right. So I'll close this video here for now and bring you back in when I get some more progress done. Thanks for watching.